Today we're looking at Joshua chapter 12. The Israelites struck down the following kings of the land and took possession of their land beyond the Jordan to the east, and from the Arnon River to Mount Hermon, including all the Arabah eastward. King Sihon of the Amorites lived in Heshbon. He ruled from Aroer on the rim of the Arnon River along the middle of the valley, and half of Gilead up to the Jabbok River, the border of the Ammonites, the Arabah east of the Sea of Chinnereth, to the Sea of Arabah, that is the Dead Sea, eastward, through Beth Jeshimoth and southward below the slopes of Pisgah. King Og of Bashan, of the remnant of the Rephaim, lived in Ashtaroth and Edrei. He ruled over Mount Hermon, Salecah, all Bashan, up to the Geshurite and Maacathite border, and half of Gilead to the border of King Sihon of Heshbon. Moses, the Lord's servant, and the Israelites struck them down, and Moses, the Lord's servant, gave their land as an inheritance to the Reubenites, Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh. Joshua and the Israelites struck down the following kings of the land beyond the Jordan to the west, from Baal-Gad in the valley of Lebanon to Mount Halak, which ascends towards Seir. Joshua gave their land as an inheritance to the tribes of Israel according to their allotments: the hill country, the Judean foothills, the Arabah, the slopes, the wilderness, and the Negev, the lands of the Hethites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. The king of Jericho, the king of Ai, which is next to Bethel. Actually, let me back up there. Verse 9. The king of Jericho, 1. The king of Ai, which is next to Bethel, 1. The king of Jerusalem, 1. The king of Hebron, 1. The king of Jarmuth, 1. The king of Lachish, 1. The king of Eglon, 1. The king of Gezer, 1. The king of Debir, 1. The king of Geder, 1. The king of Hormah, 1. The king of Arad, 1. The king of Libnah, 1. The king of Adullam, 1. The king of Makkedah, 1. The king of Bethel, 1. The king of Tappuah, 1. The king of Hepher, 1. The king of Aphek, 1. The king of Lasharon, 1. The king of Medan, 1. The king of Hazor, 1. The king of Shimron Miron, 1. The king of Akshath, 1. The king of Taanach, 1. The king of Megiddo, 1. The king of Kadesh, 1. The king of Jokneam and Carmel, 1. The king of Dor and Naphath Dor, 1. The king of Goyim and Gilgal, 1. The king of Tirzah, 1. The total number of all kings, 31. And that is Joshua 12. As I mentioned yesterday, we're getting into some chapters that aren't the most chapters that get one excited as you read them. But we read them again because they're in the Word. And sometimes chapters that I wonder at times, what are they here for? Sometimes I find some answers, or the Lord reveals them to me through some, I find the right book, or just something clicks in the head. And there's plenty of things that I still am just like, why is it here? But I read it anyway because it's in there. God put it in there for a reason. And one of these days, even if it's after glory, we'll get to find out. I like in Luke 24, which we haven't read yet in this program, where Jesus is walking along the road to Emmaus, and he instructs two disciples that at that point didn't realize they were talking to Jesus after the resurrection. He instructs them, and he shows them, basically, he shows Jesus in the passages of the Old Testament. Don't know how detailed they got and how much they looked at in that trip on the Emmaus Road. But I look forward to my own Emmaus Road one day, where if I don't find out on this side of glory, like what's the point with these chapters in Joshua, all these land divisions, these listings of each of these individual kings that they conquered, stuff like that. The genealogies and the names that we're going to get to when we look at the first 9 chapters of Chronicles, passages like that, while they're mysterious to me at this point, I look forward to one day the Lord showing and saying, yeah, here's what that's about. Here's how it points to me. Looking forward to it. I hope to learn on this side of glory. But if not, we patiently wait, and we read them, and we're faithful. So hope you have a wonderful day and hope to see you here tomorrow.